Hi, welcome to She Spice. Alli Carter has ventured forward with allegations that embroil Diddy as well as name a portion of Hollywood's generally strong men. Del Washington BJ knows Ellen DeGeneres. Do you need me to keeping? I don't need anyone's cash from asserted secret gatherings to burrow stowed away underneath the Playboy house. There's no breaking point to the privileged insights she's spilling. Now we're getting stirred up in this VIP mindset. Certain individuals are saying that I was in the Run This Town video with Jay-Z in 2009. Now I will tell you that when my mother at long last showed me the picture, I needed to twofold take it. However, what precisely did she see, and for what reason is she getting down on Denzel Washington? Jay-Z and others who've kept quiet for quite a long time individuals fabricate these passages. There's a ton of first-class VIPs who go down there for parties under the Getty. So what precisely is going on, partner? Carter has been causing disturbances by taking a stand in opposition to what she calls the clouded side of Diddy's way of life, and she's not keeping down. She claims Diddy isn't only at fault for unseemly conduct. She says he's associated with a secret organization, including a portion of Hollywood's most impressive IVE names. Carter says she's a casualty of Diddy and has shared stunning records of her time at his gatherings, where visitors were apparently urged to take part in stunning exercises. Yet here's where things get considerably more out of control, as indicated by Carter. Incredible entertainer Denzel Washington was once up to speed in this world too, at least for one night. That is correct. Partner claims that even Denzel, known for his upstanding person and solid qualities, got an insider R check. Diddy's scandalous out-party scene Del Washington, Beyonce knows Ellen DeGeneres. Do you need me to continue to go? I don't need anyone's cash presently. Diddy has never been bashful about his reputation for tossing some of the most luxurious and out-there parties. In Hollywood, his get-togethers in places like the Hamptons, Los Angeles, and Miami Oceanside are practic Hollywood legend they're known for their wild energy and restrictiveness, drawing in superstars from across the amusement world. Yet these gatherings evidently cross the line even by Hollywood guidelines, and it seems like Denzel Washington saw this firsthand. The story goes that he his better half Petta, were welcome to one of Diddy's slams back in the early 2000s. As per insiders, the night was all marvelousness and fabulousness from the beginning, yet as the hours went by, things supposedly took a hazier turn. Denzel, who was raised with solid qualities and talked straightforwardly about his confidence, was not dazzled. As a matter of fact, around daybreak, he'd had enough, as indicated by sources. He stood up to Diddy straightforward, early yelling, "You don't regard anybody previously." He and Pizza stomped out of the party. What precisely set Denzel off isn't clear, be that as it may. His response recommends he saw something that conflicted with everything he represents. Denzel's known for remaining grounded, and this occurrence just adds to his standing as somebody who doesn't endure irreverence or go too far for Hollywood marvelousness, like we here to attempt to fundraise for these. You realize mosquito bed nets. So in that event that you don't comprehend, just envision living in Africa and your little baby kid. The occasion purportedly occurred in 2003 at one of Diddy's rich chateaus. However, it's hazy, assuming it was in the Hampton, Los Angeles, or Miami. Diddy's gatherings have frequently been portrayed as oddity of occasions where anything goes, and the host once appeared to become the overwhelming focus of this climate. Might draw in some of Hollywood's tip-top. However, it's unmistakable it wasn't Denzel's favorite. Denzel, who has forever been frank about remaining consistent with his confidence and values, was upset by what he saw by observers as the party advanced. Things got more out of control, pushing Denzel's inconvenience to the limit. By sunrise, he'd seen enough. He stood firm, getting down on Diddy, and what's more, leaving with his significant other, sending a solid message that not every person in Hollywood plays by something very similar to Mylar rules. How are you doing, Denzel? How are you doing this evening, man? Looking great. Denzel looks eat. Denzel's position that evening wasn't just about calling out Diddy, it was an update that a few stars adhere to their standards in any event, when others don't. Truth be told, Denzel once broadly said you leave before Satan appears, and if the reports about Diddy's gatherings are valid, Denzel didn't simply leave early, he left with his poise unblemished. Z generally let me know we'd be at the gatherings. He said you leave 30 minutes before Satan arrives in any case. Alli Carter didn't simply call out Denzel. Another VIP who was referenced in these profoundly upsetting claims was Jay-Z. Currently, we're getting stirred up in this big name attitude. Certain individuals are saying that I was in the Run This Town video with Jay-Z in 2009. Presently, I will let you know that when my mother at long last showed me the image I have to twofold take partner is alluding to Jay-Z's Run This Town music video, which was apparently kept in a music burrow. In any case, partner Carter went further to propose that Diddy's associations with Jay-Z go further than anybody suspects, indicating an organization of passages under places like the Playboy House. These burrows, as per Carter, weren't simply entries yet, were supposedly utilized for the absolute most upsetting experiences possible. Individuals construct these passages. There's a ton in world-class famous people. They go down there for parties under the Getty. Alli Carter isn't the only one in these claims. Reports throughout the years have indicated a progression of mystery paths, also burrows underneath Hollywood's world-class neighborhoods, interfacing everything from superstar manners to restrictive clubs for setting back during the 20s. Murmurs begun whirling about some highly classified underground passages evidently associating Diddy's place to the notorious Playboy Manor. The Gossip Factory kicked going full speed ahead year close to the time Diddy dropped $40 million on a chick house in a similar area as Playboy's famous home in 2014, occurrence a few people suspected otherwise. Obviously, these secretive passages were intended to neglect Diddy over to the house at whatever point he needed, evading the paparazzi and keeping away from the spotlight. Yet we should be genuinely, nobody's really come forward with verification of these underground celebrity paths. So it's all reports for presently. However, here's where it gets much more fascinating. Playboy wasn't precisely carrying out the doormat for just anybody some time ago. They were severe about their list of attendees. Take Robo for case. He spilled that regardless of how a very remarkable celeb you were, you proved unable to simply walk around with your entire company. It was welcome. Just know, in addition to ones and nuss and poor, Luke Wilson discovered that the most difficult way possible. He figured he could trick by sneaking in a companion and guaranteeing it was his sibling Owen Wilson's decent net attempt. Luke the Manor security wasn't getting it. Furthermore, he got the boot for his scheme. Furthermore, an impermanent boycott to boot. Wilson reviews, I got DNA ed from the Playboy Chateau in Los Angeles. That implies don't concede. That is their exceptional word. I attempted to get a companion in, and I'd appeared, and they said, who are you with? And I'm like, I'm with my sibling Owen. And they're like, we want to see him. It was actually my companion Eckelman, who doesn't look anything like Owen. I was not permitted to go there for 18 months. I needed to make sort of a sad call to Mary, the one who sort of runs the activity. I told Mary what I did was idiotic. It was off base heps. Hugh Hefner has been so liberal to me. Genuinely, all I did was think and cry on the phone. The late Hugh Hefner was exceptionally specific with who he welcomed the gatherings, and as it turns out, he likewise brought in himself for certain top-notch big names. It is a metropolitan legend that during the 70s Playboy made passages to slip superstars into the chateau. As per the Playboy site, the passage did exist, and there are outlines showing the passages and where they lead to. Playboy composes so as per this outline burrows were worked to the homes of Mr. J. Nicholson, Mr. Double, you deranged Mr. K. Douglas, and Mr. J. K. will feel free to accept for a moment that they're talking about Jack Nicholson, Warren deranged Kirk Douglas, and James Caan, every one of whom lived close to the Playboy Manor during the late 1970s and mid-80s. There are no dates on the design schematics. However, the dates on the Polaroids were from the fact that Playboy kept very much 1977. It said close-lipped regarding the passages and didn't mean on talking further about it. In any case, a portion of individuals who made due to observe what occurred in the house had the option to depict what Hugh named as pig nights, as indicated by his representatives. The manager and the boss held the slam on Thursday evenings anyway. They would look the alternate way, while Hefner did a wide range of insane stuff. And the folks on the house list were normal to bring ladies. They were positioned. There was an ordered progression of whether you were a 10 or on the other hand, an 8 or an 8 or a 6. A source told TMZ that Hefner would sit at the head of the table, while the models spent time with different film and television stars. They, too, made sense of that the young ladies would get clinical, really looks at before any exercises occurred. Specialists would examine them for whatever would be impeding to any of his companions. It was called Pig KN, however. We as head servants were constantly told not to call them pigs. This was Hefner's term for them. Life inside the Playboy Manor was not even close to as exciting as previous Playboy models, and the sweethearts of Hugh Hefner have uncovered what frequently began as a select evening gathering would. Subscribe She Spice for more videos.